Alright, well, I haven't shown you the beans in a while. So here we are. Part of the reason is because I had to replant my beans. I tried basically the curse busting before and after planting, like I did with the corn, and planting the beans deeper to avoid the harrow on the curse buster, and the beans just couldn't make it all the way up out of the ground. Had like, I don't know, 30% emergence at a week or 8 days, and I could just tell digging them up that it would, improve 10% emergence in, another 5 days. So, and there were weeds coming, so tore it up and replanted. So we're not doing that ever again. I know there's a school of thought out there. Joel Groover talks about a lot, planting deep. And in my soils, that just doesn't seem to work so great because of the high compactability of it that I've talked about before. Maybe we'll change that over time, fixing our crazy high magnesium levels. I don't know, but it's also just like the silt content of the soil, I think. Might be the bean variety, I don't know. But yeah, so beans and sunflowers all had to get replanted. So the strategy going forward looks like it's gonna be run the curse buster in the fall, kind of at an angle. Oop. And then if we have a cover crop there, we'll just raise up the harrow on the back, and then in the spring we'll come in at the other angle, running the high-speed disc so we can really get good chopping action on the residue. And then we'll run the curse buster if we can, and then right before planting run the disc a little bit deep. Well, I don't know, I ran it like 5.5 inches deep on the final pass and got good bury of the residue so we can run the tine weeder. But yeah, I guess I take back anything negative I said about the tine weeder. You can't use it on corn. The tine weeder will just rip it out. But on soybeans and sunflowers, it's quite a magical machine. This field I tine weeded 2 days ago, and we're gonna get a rain tomorrow, and might not be able to get in the field for another like 5 days after that, because there's another chance 2 days after tomorrow. And there was still some weeds out here, so I decided to come back again. But just amazing how resilient beans are. After I tine weeded this the first time, you couldn't row it. Well, part of it was I planted into kind of some trenches because I have row cleaners on my planter now, so they kind of create a little bit of a trench. And replanting, I planted ahead of a rain. Didn't know how long it'd be to I get in the field again after that, so it's not really the best thing, but I planted right before rain. And I didn't get back here for a week. And but the trenches and little mountains that I created with the planter and the row cleaners were really nice to knock those down I ran at an angle with the first pass to knock down those ridges a little bit, and you know, you couldn't row the beans anymore. There were so many were buried, but they know how to push back up out of the ground, and it's a little hard to row them again after running over, but over there it's really easy to row them. I can drive my tractor accurately in between the rows. Anyways, yeah, and after I knocked down the ridges, now we're going with the rows. Yeah, just to get good coverage, and it's looking great. I mean, yeah, we had a few weeds that survived the first pass, but it's just looking extremely clean now. So yeah, we're gonna get a rain tomorrow. Hopefully 4 or 5 days I can tine weed again and interseed the mustard. And I got a little variation on the interseeding I'm gonna try in just a strip, adding barley, oats, and winter rye. So yeah, looking good so far.